Hello and welcome to this review of Canadian Rich and Rare. This is a blended whiskey with natural flavors. They want you to know it's Canadian. It's got a crown, a unicorn, and a horse on a shield. It says Canadian Rich and Rare Canadian whiskey with natural flavors, bottled by Sazerac Company of Frankfort, Kentucky. So it is distilled in Canada and blended up there and aged, but it's actually shipped to the United States and bottled in Frankfort by Buffalo Trace. There have been some ownership changes since 1962. Currently it's part of the House of Sazerac, and the Sazerac Company is headquartered in Metairie, Louisiana. They own Buffalo Trace Distilling, so that makes sense. There's also a Rich and Rare Reserve, which is not even shown on the Sazerac.com website for some reason. That's a more expensive item, but only by about $3 more per bottle. A nicer looking bottle. I'll take a look at that one in the future. So this bottle here is $7.42 at Walmart, and I wasn't expecting a whole lot. I was expecting something along the lines of Canadian Limited, which was fine to me, but I wasn't too impressed. And my friend David said, he hated it. It tastes like licorice. I like licorice, but and then John Anile was complaining a little bit that it had too much of an almond extract thing going on with it. The flavorings they use with Canadian whiskey are usually things like brandy, rum, American bourbon, and wine of some sort, which, according to what I read on the Government of Canada website, has to be aged in barrels. And it's probably blending sherry, dry sherry maybe. But anyway, okay, so we have this here. Golden, right? Almost to chestnut, golden. Now, yeah, you get the corn liquor, corn whiskey burn in the nose. It's probably, and I don't know what it is, but it's probably an 80% base of corn distillate. And then they're blending in, it could be dozens, and this is the case with some of these Canadian whiskeys. It could be dozens of various Canadian whiskeys. Pure rye whiskey, could be pure malt whiskey, blends of those, wine, corn high wine, rye high wine, just it going on and on. And it's probably done more according to like an algorithm where they know what they're going to blend in, and they do it to the center of what they want it to taste like, and they say that's Rich and Rare. Okay, so like I said, more of an art, more of a science than an art. But I did some more research, and they said that a company called I think it's IRI Research, they track market numbers. They said that this was the number 19 best-selling whiskey in the United States. They had a list of the top 20. Buchanan's Deluxe 12-year age was number 20. This is 19. Number 18 was Kessler's. And number 2, believe it or not, was Fireball, also from Sazerac. They said not a true whiskey, but a liqueur whiskey. Number 2, above Jim Beam, which they had at number 3, and then of course Jack Daniel's number 1. So fascinating list there. I posted that in Alcohol Eggs if you're interested on Facebook, Alcohol Eggs, that group. But nice lacing, all right. So yeah, it's a low price item, but it's quite popular. There is a little rye note, honestly, in the nose. I'm picking up a little rye spice, like that peppery thing. And the corn, and there's some bready barley. There is bready barley here. So it smells, to me, a lot better than the Canadian Limited. And I'm not against Canadian Limited. I was pleased with it, and I have a lot left to do, a lot left to use for taste challenges, okay? But this seems to be a big step up, or an appreciable step up, let's say. Not huge, but for the same price, $7.42 a bottle for either one at Walmart, this is a good deal better. But that's my personal opinion. You might think the Limited is better. So a nice burn, it's a smooth burn, it's a pleasant burn. It's not harsh or off-putting like some of them. They'll make you jump back. You know, harsh like sand. You know, they're smooth like sandpaper. You know. Okay, yes, there is the flavoring. It says it on the bottle. At least Sazerac will tell you, right? But to me, it's neither licorice nor almond extract. It's more of a vanilla. I don't know where that's coming from. Bourbon barrel, something. There's a little wood. A little, not a whole lot. It's light to medium bodied. The rain is coming in now. And the finish is not super quick. It's a fairly fast finish. Doesn't totally drop, but it doesn't linger around with those super sweet flavors to be off-putting and cloying and disgusting. So, no, not the world's greatest whiskey, but whoever would have thought that anyway. But for the price point, it's a fantastic value, I think. And I was reading reviews on Proof 66. They seem to think the same thing I do, that this is a great value when you factor in price and availability. So would I recommend it? Yes. If you look at it in the right context, and I think most people would, when you pay in $7.42 a bottle, you know what to expect. But it's a lot better than what you'd expect. So I'm gonna get off here as the rain really starts to kick in, and I'm gonna say recommend it. And I think in 2019 I'll start giving ratings to whiskey and rum and gin. Rum. I haven't tasted rum yet. Whiskey, brandy, and gin. Thanks for watching this video production.